Ah!
I forgot to unmute our mics. Hello.
Ah!
Anyway, say hello
Hello.
again.
Hi. Um, sorry for the amazing timing. The Nintendo Direct's gonna happen at some point during the stream, which I think is gonna be very funny to return to after we're done here. I hope the absolute worst happens. I hope there's no Silk Song. I hope Chris Pratt shows up. I just want things to be a mess when I get back.
I see.
I just want to see the world burning when we're done here. But until then, Sandy, tell us a little bit about this game.
Oh, I will, but first. But first.
Oh my goodness. Get into it real quick.
There we go. Now we're good. Also, so forgive me if like the game audio cuts out when I click away. It was weird getting this act to actually work in OBS. Oh, you got a bubble puff too? Whoa, what the heck? So many things happening all at once. There we go. Oh, big. Also, if y'all draw your attention to the redeem for Inflate the Snake, there's a special announcement in there. I have a stage 2 now.
So good.
If you want to see it, yes. If you want to see it, you'll have to pay channel points. But anyway.
Oh, I'm noticing some new ones here. Make Erica do an impression.
Oh yeah, I tweaked that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Discord link? That's a redeem now?
Yeah. So I did change that up because I popped the bubble this early.
Oh my god, they're going in!
But then we got a bubble pop, so it's nothing has changed.
They're going in!
Yes, how are you doing, Hades? I love you. I gave you smooch. Anyway. I forgot my train of thought.
Neptune. The second one.
Oh, we popped the bubble.
Hades!
Why? Why do you not like the bubble? Why you got to burst my bubble? Why?
Make us work for it.
Gotta make us work for that bubble.
Where's Hydra? You'll need the cavalry for this one.
Why? But anyway. What was I saying?
Yeah, well, what do we got here? What is this game?
So this is Slippery Flippers, Episode 1, Amulet of the Gods. Oh, we got the bubble puff.
Oh my god, let us go!
Cat, I'm sorry.
Alright, no more. We're not doing redeems until we're done with the description.
God damn it. Okay. So, this is Slippery Flippers. This is a cute little furry visual novel that I was actually approached to stream by the devs. Who, do they have any credits here? Let me check who the devs are real quick. Yes, we got approached.
Yeah, maybe.
We got approached by Snowhaven Studios. They do lots of really cute looking visual novels in general, honestly. With like really cute art, and a lot of them are furry stuff, and it's just super cute. But yeah, this game's like $3.50 on Steam, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play it. I'm gonna give these guys some love. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Discord link. So I have decided not to make the Discord link public anymore, and it's tied to a redeem now, because a lot of trans streamers lately have been getting hit by some edgelords.
Probably you know, spurned by the whole Hogwarts thing.
I don't know, something like that. But anyway, so now if you want a link to the stream, you can pay channel points, and one of us will send you a link to it. Also, like, if you just want to hit me up, like, in private, like on, like, Discord or something, I'll just shoot you a link. But until further notice, we are not having it be public.
Gotta be in here for a little bit.
Gotta be in here for a little bit. I wish I didn't have to do that, but unfortunately, shitty people are gonna be shitty.
Yeah. One more announcement before we start. I went ahead and asked about a movie for this Saturday for the usual stream time, like 11 EST.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's interested in that, like, please drop. Because I don't want to start it and have nobody show up. So, like, please, just drop a react there if you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Or if not, maybe we can figure out a better time for it.
Mm-hmm.
I already have our first movie picked out. I'm thinking of doing that more often.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
hello,
that's
Pink Noodle.
State of things.
Yes, pink. It's the other pink noodle. My other pink,
Pink
noodle. friend.
noodle. Enough talk. Let's get into the game.
Indeed.
That's gonna be a surprise, but it's a good one. It's a personal favorite of mine.
Space. It's a vast expanse that opens doors to different beautiful universes. While others are out there finding new planets and life forms, me? I'm finding the true... Actually, this is the main character. Do you want to voice the main character? That would be the penguin, no.
Sure.
Yeah.
While others are out there finding new planets and life forms, me? I'm finding the true treasure. And by that, I mean literal treasure! The name's Orlando, your beyond average space cowboy penguin. 10 years ago, I left my planet, or dwarf planet, Pluto, to escape the monotony of everyday space life, which is, surprisingly, very boring. Before I left, I was always helping out on my parents' farm, milking the cows and their 8 udders, herding the purple sheep together, hoping they wouldn't kill me with their tentacles. I hated every minute of it. I craved something exciting, so I left. And by left, I may or may not have stolen a spaceship with my friend, Chip, and the thrill of potentially stealing that ship, especially something so expensive. It got my heart pounding, doing jumping jacks. You know, like how it does when your crush confesses their love to you? It was then that I realized what my true love in life was. Stealing things. Especially expensive things.
We're doing bird crimes.
Since then, I've traveled across the galaxy and jumped to different universes to steal some of the most prized items that space has to offer. Of course, I couldn't do all the stealing by myself. Trust me, I tried. There's...
Orlando!
Huh?
Also, there's fucking Animal Crossing text sounds, and I love it.
Huh?
Man, I called your name 5 times now. What are you doing?
Nothing? What's up? That's Chip, my buddy back from Pluto. He isn't physically capable enough to steal items. Heck, he can't fight his way out of a paper bag. But he does know his way around tech and flying a ship.
And yes, this seems to be a scrimp.
He's a shrimp! You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
You telling me a ship's flying this spaceship? I got some news to share. Can you get the other two? They're busy nodding off to their music. So I'm not even going to try calling out to them.
I rotate my chair around to look at my teammates, Veda and Walter.
Alright, so which one do you want?
I'll be the bear.
Oh, I get to be the.
I'll leave the cute voice to you.
What?
Veda is moving her tiny pink arms fast, perfectly in beat to the fast-paced song she's listening to on her oversized headphones. Veda, Chip and I have heard about her through Space News. After we almost got arrested for the third time, he made me realize I needed to get someone else on the team. Someone who could back me up on the ground, since Chip stays on the ship. She was the perfect fit. A former fashion designer, Veda turned to the life of crime after getting second place in a fashion competition. Instead of taking the win like a champ, she stole the prize money and the winning dress.
Oh.
Ever since then, until we recruited her, she robbed rich men who were too enamored with the looks of their money and clothes. The poor, stupid saps. Veda! But her music is too loud for her to hear me. I swear she's going to damage her hearing if she listens to her music any louder. I hop off my seat and waddle on over, waving my fin in her face. I call out her name once more. Earth to Veda! You there? I even snap. She glances up at me. Ah! But then she turns her chair around, opting to listen to her music instead of me. Rude. I yank the headphones off her.
Hey!
Chip has something to tell us. I'll give these back to you after.
A thief giving something back? That's rich.
I look at her headphones. They're rather expensive looking. Are they the new Jupes? That's not how you're supposed to pronounce it. I have no doubt. She must have purchased these after our latest heist, when we sold those creepy-looking dolls from that one haunted planet.
You better not actually think about stealing them, or I swear I will smother you in your sleep, Orlando.
Ah, how did you know?
You get that twinkle in your eye whenever you find something you want to steal.
Sounds like you've been studying me, Veda.
And it sounds like you should stop talking.
Veda gets up out of her seat and yanks her jupes out of my hands. Then she walks over to where Chip is. I waddle over to Walter, who's slowly bobbing his head. If I had to guess, he's listening to his usual playlist of classical music. Beethoven, perhaps? Walter. What is there to say about him? Honestly, even though I've known him for a couple of years now, I still have a tough time summing him up. He's a polar bear of few words. Usually he communicates with nods, head shakes, etc. But it's like the saying goes, he's silent, but deadly. The group and I met him at a bar, actually. After what I saw he was capable of, I asked him, "Hey, you want to team up?" He nodded and came aboard my ship. Unlike us, where we either keep still or sell the things we steal, the latter never even crosses Walter's mind. He loves keeping everything he steals. For example, he stole the Mona Lisa, and despite how much it goes for, he refuses to sell it. I tap Walter on the shoulder. He takes one of his earbuds out.
Whoa, Chili Bar, hello, thanks for coming.
Hi!
Oh, so many people. Hi, Mia! I see you.
Chip wants to talk to us all. He may have found something. Walter simply nods. He looks down at his music pod, turns off the music, and proceeds to take out the other earbud.
I apologize. It seems you have gotten a mute character.
That's fine. I'll just focus more on figuring out my Orlando voice. Gonna be great. Gonna be great to get grilled by the devs. That was easy. See, Veda, why can't you be like Walter? I yell loud enough for her to hear me. She rolls her eyes. The two of us make our way over to Chip and Veda.
Oh, I got in the Chivo. Squad goals. Alright, now you're all here. Let me show you what I found.
Chip hits a few random colorful buttons on the ship's console before an audio message starts playing overhead.
You could do this voice.
Ever wanted to see what Universe 3-6-07 has to offer? Well, you're in luck! This weekend on Tryon XY7N, a special exhibit will be held at the Nitro Museum displaying items showcasing the history of Universe 3-6-07. There will be lectures, interactive displays, and more at this exhibit.
Oh, someone's done it. Someone's inflated the snake.
The bigger.
The bigger. And here we go. There we go.
Neptune.
There we go.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, I have added a second stage. Courtesy
Super Snake
of
3.
Samael. This is to go even further beyond. Oh no.
Oh my god,
You've
it's
been
chaos here.
You've been given a Pepsi.
The Peppy.
The Peepus.
Hang on. Oh, I should have grabbed a drink before we started.
Eh.
Hang on.
I am no longer noodle. I am udon. Let me adjust you a little bit. There you go.
That ought to do it.
Anyway, back to the plot.
This will be fun for visitors of all ages, so come down to the Nitro Museum this weekend to learn about Universe 3607 and its colorful history. The audio message ends. A museum, eh?
You sure it'll have good stuff there, Chip? Take a look at the site yourselves.
Chip pulls up a hologram of the museum's website. Slowly, he scrolls through some of the items it'll have on display. None of it interests me or Veda. Oh. Ooh. Walter points at a large painting. It's, landscape painting. You want to steal that, Walter? Walter nods. He's such babies.
Such babies. Walter just likes art. He's just vibing.
Well, if we can find something else worth our while, we'll make the trip. Chip keeps scrolling. So far, nothing.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save. There we go.
Ah, wonderful.
For an exhibit that explains this universe's history, it really has nothing to offer, does it?
Except for that painting. Then my eyes find something. Wait, stop scrolling, Chip. Chip does, and I point at the middle of the screen. Look at that beaut. I point to a necklace decorated with countless gems. I can feel my pockets filling up with cash right now just from looking at it.
Also, so I want everyone to know that before this stream, we actually watched Fantastic Mr. Fox. So it's very appropriate that we're also streaming another game about a professional thief.
God, I don't think I've seen the movie enough to do a breakout of Mr. Fox impression, but that would have been a good idea for his voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta give your best George Clooney.
God.
It's such a fun movie. I caught it midway
Yeah.
through, but I still loved it.
You were like in the first 5 minutes.
Really? Okay. I love stories about animals doing crime. Anyway. Ooh, what's that? Says here it's the Amulet of the Gods. It's been around for centuries. It was first discovered in
Cojines.
Kohine. I was about to say, is that Cojones?
Cojones.
It holds the power of the gods, or whatever those powers are, has yet to be revealed.
Those gods are about to give us a lot of money. That's for sure.
Heck yeah, they will.
Vanna and I high-five each other.
Hell yeah. Penguins are especially good at giving high fives, because they just have one big five. Like I said, it's a high one. It's a flipper.
Hi.
By that sparkle in everyone's eyes, I'm guessing that means we're all in agreement that we're going for this exhibit?
Yep. Chip, set course for Nitro Museum.
Alrighty, Orlando.
Once again, Chip taps some of the colorful buttons on the console and even shifts one of the gears forward, setting the ship's course to Tryon XY7N.
Oh.
As the ship autopilots towards the snowy planet of Tryon XY7N, the group and I get together to come up with a plan.
Heist music.
So, what's the plan? Well, more like they're going to come up with it, and I'll occasionally interject if I don't like the sound of something.
I download the map of the museum as well as the security layout.
When he hits a few buttons on the meeting table, a hologram appears, projected from the middle of the table. Chip reaches forward as far as he can so he can rotate the map and zoom in with his very small arms.
The Nitro Museum has 2 floors. According to their website, the new exhibit will be held on the 2nd floor.
I perk up. That doesn't sound too bad, huh?
What's the catch? There's always a catch. Well...
Oh, sorry.
If you don't want to like do all the narration, that's cool.
No, that's fine. Flicking his arm, the map changes from an orange map to a blue one.
Their security is on another level. There are 10 cameras in the lobby alone, then about 7 or 8 cameras everywhere else. It's pretty ridiculous. Always a dang catch. Most of their stuff isn't even that valuable. Why have all the cameras?
I kick my flippers under the table and cross my arms. So what if there's a bunch of cameras? We've dealt with this many cameras before. Felt like if I was on the runway or something, but it was fine. So, what's exactly the big deal with having that many cameras, Chip? It's not like we haven't dealt with that many before. Chip stares at me.
They're all in HD.
My eyes widen.
They're gonna catch us at fucking 4K, guys!
Look, hey! That's a lot of them!
That's
I
so
can handle
many
that,
Ks!
too. The dude sends shockwaves to Walter, who's so stunned with fear that he drops the teacup he was holding. When it makes contact with the ground, it shatters. HD. Ugh.
Oh shit, we got look at this in 10K!
Our
10K.
asses!
120 frames per second. Not even like HD, but like super HD.
Super HD? We might as well steal the cameras!
We can't deal with that many Ks, guys. That's too many.
That's a thing? Can't the animal eye only see up to 60 frames a second? Why all the frames?
Their rig is insane.
They're gaming rigs.
Well, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I whip my head at Veda. What is she thinking? Are you crazy?
Yes, you should know this by now. Anyway, there are some benefits to having some HD cameras, right, Chip?
Chip scratches his head nervously.
Well, yes. With so many cameras, especially in that quality, my role as the eye in the sky will prove to be extra valuable here.
Veda smiles widely.
Not only that, but everyone will finally get to see how amazing my outfit is on camera. Sure, Veda.
Dot dot dot.
Oh, sorry.
Really? Veda glazed daggers at me. Yikes, she might actually smother me with a pillow later.
Of course! The outfits I create aren't just for us to blend in. I want us to look good blending in, so when the security people see us, they stop and think, oh wow, those critters look amazing. Anyway, before moving on.
But we don't want to stick out with Super HD cameras! Veda rolls her eyes.
You don't get it. Having your work appreciated is what an artist strives for, even when they're a criminal and their work is observed by a guard.
As much as I appreciate Veda and her work, I really don't think this should be counted as a benefit. Walter taps the table, grabbing our attention. He then points his big furry white finger at Chip. Ah, you're right, Walter. We should get back on topic, even if Veda's way of thinking is kind of stupid.
Hey! Guys, can we focus, please? Otherwise, we won't be able to come up with a plan, and I really don't want to repeat of what happened on Katazuno.
Katazuno. I remember that. We went to that wasteland of a planet to go looking for treasure in a mine. Of course, during our meeting, Veda and I bickered the entire time, which resulted in Walter leaving and staying in his room.
Aw. Poor guy.
So, we were never able to come up with a proper plan.
Don't remind me of that planet, please. I still have nightmares from when I was in that bullworm's mouth and about to get eaten, and it got drool all over me. If I hadn't had one of Chip's smoke bombs on me, it would have been a goner.
Walter taps the table once again, harder this time.
Ah, right.
Veda turns to Chip, focused.
Sorry, Chip, you can keep going. Thank you. Where was I now? Oh, right. The cameras aren't our only concern. There's also going to be heavy police presence.
Is that because the items hold a significant meaning to the galaxy or whatever?
Most likely. These items are one of a kind, and I'm sure if any of them were to go missing, the museums isn't going to be happy. It's also possible they've gotten word of us, getting our reputation.
Walter turns his head towards a large window in the ship. Then he points to something outside. When I glance out, I see what he's pointing at. Outside, there are signs outlined with neon lights, with bleach sketches of our faces on each of them. Right above our pictures is a text that says, "Wanted."
Oh shit, we got bounties.
That's a lot of berries. And then there's a monetary reward. Each one of ours is different. Holy fish sticks! My bounty is 5 million seashells? Awesome! I'm good.
Oh, what in the mackerel is that picture?
Veda looks at her picture in disgust.
Who did that sketch? They completely forgot about my freckles, and my nose does not look like that. Where's my wanted poster? I don't see mine.
Squinting our eyes, we carefully look for Chip's wanted poster. Oh, I found it! I point to the pitifully tiny poster. Chip's bounty is...
10k seashells? I'm the brains of the operation. I drive the ship.
Well, you've never done any of the stealing, so you know you're not as important.
Rude. It's a bold thing to say to someone who drives your ship.
Don't worry, maybe next mission we'll let you take a candy bar from the gift shop. To the cops, not to me or the others. You're incredibly valuable to us. I was just thinking that last part.
Thanks, Orlando.
Grabbing a tissue, Chip wipes away his tears and blows his nose. So, there's going to be a lot of security. Are there going to be cops there as well?
Most likely, yes.
I grin. I wonder if we're going to see our good friend Inspector Luca there.
Oh, we will. That man needs to get a hobby outside of chasing us around space. Doesn't he have a wife and kids to take care of?
That seal with a wife. No way. This personality is as interesting as a flippin' moon rock.
Luca's personal life aside, given that all wanted posters are scattered around this galaxy, which I'm sure it was his doing, there's a 100% chance he'll be there.
Walter nods in agreement.
Since there's going to be heightened security, I'm sure special costumes are in order. We have to blend in and not stick out.
Chip looks over at Veda.
Too much. Oh yeah, that's still Chip. Too much. We do want Veda's craftsmanship to be recognized. And I have just the thing. Let me grab my sketchbook.
Veda gets off her seat and skedaddles to her room.
Oh dang, she's skedaddling.
She do be skedaddling. In a matter of minutes, she's back with more than just her sketchbook. While she's carrying that under her arm, she's holding a bag full of fabric in the other. It's so heavy that she's struggling to walk. Walter quickly rushes to her side, grabs the bag out of her hand, and walks back over to the table with it.
Aw, Walter's so nice. Thank you, Walter. It's nice to know there are two gentlemen on this ship.
Walter and I are those two gentlemen, right? Gotta be. Walter plops her stuff onto the table, and Veda gets back into her seat. She opens to a fresh page in her sketchbook.
So, what kind of planet is Tryon XY7 in? It's cold. Economy? It's alright. Majority of the population is middle class or above. Gotcha.
Pencil in hand, Veda begins to sketch. Her hand is moving so fast it's like a real-life motion blur. The crew and I can't help but watch in astonishment as the empty page begins to fill with sketches and arrows, tiny notes next to them. Despite the animosity between Veda and I, we do respect each other. Well, to a degree. We respect each other's work and care for each other's well-being. Sometimes we even have the moments where we high-five each other, like earlier. Though, we still have our arguments and will sometimes throw insults at each other. I bet if we met under different circumstances, we wouldn't be friends. I'm sure she would have actually killed me.
Done.
Veda holds up her sketchbook.
So, here's what I came up with. Since it's cold, I think a dark purple coat with a cute belt and black boots would work. For me.
Would you stand out, though? Of everyone here, you're the one with the most distinct facial features. She takes a look at her sketchbook once more.
Oh, I can provide you with some sunglasses I've been working on. Not only will they help disguise you, but I can tweak them a bit so they're useful on the mission.
No, I think Chip's onto something. Chip's eyes widen.
Wait, really?
Yeah, sunglasses would be perfect. They're not too glamorous, so Veda wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb.
Plus, I'll look amazing in them. Very few critters can pull off sunglasses indoors.
Veda puts her small hand on her cheek, and she strikes a cute, but really unnecessary pose. I can't help but laugh at how ridiculous she looks. Was the pose really necessary?
Of course it was! Anyway, thank you, Chip, for the suggestion. Let's take a look at those sunglasses later.
Chip's cheeks turn red and he smiles sheepishly.
No problem, y'all. Anyway, let's move on to the next costume.
Veda turns her sketchbook back around so we can look at it again.
For Walter, I had a sweater with a fancy mustache and glasses in mind. Casual, but sophisticated. Fits you to a T, right, Walter?
He nods, a giant smile painted on his face.
I love Walter. He's so nice. He's just happy to be here.
He's a fella. He's a fella. Wait a minute. I point at her sketch of my disguise. Why am I dressed like a cop?
Well, I thought that it would be good to have you dress as a cop so we could disguise yourself as one of the guards. You'll be able to communicate their rounds to us. Plus, you'll be able to move around and get close to the amulet without casting suspicion.
I suppose it's true, but why me? Veda places her sketchbook down on the table, her face serious.
You're the leader, Orlando. You're supposed to be taking risks, not us.
Huh? Sure, I'm the leader, but since when did leaders start throwing themselves into danger like that?
Let's ask the rest of the room. Am I wrong, everybody? No.
Mm-mm. Walter shakes his head.
Anyway, if you get found out, we'll save you, so don't worry.
Fine, but I want to get some milkshakes after you break me out of jail as compensation. Veda scratches her chin, then she shrugs.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see! Oh no, she's definitely treating me to a round of milkshakes at Rocket's Diner if things go south in this mission.
If all is good, I'll get started on the costumes tonight.
Veda shuts her sketchbook triumphantly. Is there anything else that needs to be covered, Chip?
Plan of attack.
I scratch my beak. Well, how about this? Walter and Veda can loiter around and blend in with the rest of the crowd in order to not cast suspicion. Maybe you two can even find a way to steal that painting that Walter really wants while you're waiting. Walter nods eagerly. While they're doing that, I'll go to the room that the amulet is in. Once I'm there, I'll let you two know, then Chip can knock out the power. After that, I'll escort everyone out of the room, but let Walter and Veda inside. Boom. We take the amulet, make our great escape.
That sounds... simple. Simple, but effective if executed well.
What can I say? I'm a simple penguin.
Yep, you certainly are, Orlando.
I'm going to be the bigger animal, for once. Next time, though, it's on. Is everyone in agreement? Walter nods, and despite her rude comments just now, Veda is also in agreement.
I think it's a good plan.
I wipe my hands together, excited at two things: stealing that gosh dang amulet and wrapping up this meeting. Awesome! With that settled, that concludes the meeting. If anything comes up, Chip, let us know, okay? Chip gives me a salute.
Will do, Orlando.
Now everyone, let's go get some sleep. It's late, I think. Space is weird like that. You can't tell time when you're up here. Anyway, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to sleep. With the meeting done, we all head off to our respective rooms, except for Chip, who stays at the helm to keep working. Despite feeling tired earlier, here I am, lying in my bed, messing with a paddleball. Funny how that works, huh?
Let's look into a quick save.
As the red ball bounces off the paddle and stretches far into the air, my eyes wander to my nightstand. There are a few remnants of my past, my cowboy hat, and photos with my family. Despite my negative feelings regarding my past life, I do miss some things about it. Like, I miss my ma and pa, a little twerp of a brother. Gosh, wonder how they're doing. Memories of the night I left flooded my mind like a herd of sheep running through the field. When everyone was asleep, I packed my things and snuck my way through the old rickety house. Every time the floors creaked, my heart stopped, afraid I was going to get caught. Afraid that Ma, or God, my brother, was going to find me abandoning them. They all knew how unhappy I was working on that farm, especially Pa. We would fight about it every other day after dinner. Ma would try and calm us both down, but for her poor soul, we were too prideful to stop. Thankfully, I was able to leave the house undetected. I left a short note. To Ma, Pa, and Skipper. I am leaving. I can't live this life anymore. I can't take the fighting with Pa anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know that whatever it is, it'll make me happy. You not being there, living my best life. You all are doing the same here on Pluto will bring a smile to your faces. I won't be a stranger. I promise. Love, Orlando. P.S. Skipper, you can finally have all my action figures, but please don't break them. Who knows how valuable they'll be in the future? It's been 10 years and I've never tried contacting them. Ow! A red ball smacks my cheek, knocking my train of thought completely off its track. Ah, stupid toy! Cuss word. I throw the paddle ball across the room and it lands on the ground, the ball bouncing on the metallic flooring in my room a few times until, eventually, it settles. I hop off my bed and look into my mirror, taking a good look at my cheek. Man, I hope that doesn't bruise. Getting back onto my bed, I stare up at my ceiling, then back at my nightstand. I should really write home, but after the mission. Getting under my covers, I close my eyes. Just focus on the mission, Orlando. The last thing I remember thinking about before falling asleep is not the mission, but my family. The snow crunches underneath my flippers as I waddle over to the Nitro Museum. Since Luke is here, if we were to park close by, I'm sure he'd notice. I mean, who wouldn't notice our rad ship? As I get close, I can hear a crackle over the earpiece that Chip gave me earlier.
Alright, Orlando. Make your way to the security office. As soon as you enter, it'll be the first door on your right. You're going to have to check in there for your shift. If they ask why you're running late, just say you were stuck in traffic.
That's a lame excuse.
Huh? What other reasons could there possibly be for someone running late? Traffic, especially space traffic, is incredibly realistic.
Just wanted something cooler, like I was saving a pretty jellyfish from a bunch of thugs or something. I can hear a loud banging on the other end as if Chip is hitting his head on something.
For the love of... Please, Orlando, stay on script. You're a new employee who's running late because of...
Chip's voice trails off, urging for me to finish. I sigh. Because of traffic.
Thank you.
Still wish it was something cool.
Once you've made your presence known to the other guards, let us know so Veda and Walter can go in. For some reason, the camera in the security room has been taken out of commission.
Weird.
Oh. Oh, the rival thieves also thieving?
Oh, that's great. Weird. Alright. Looking up at the Nitro Museum, I grin wickedly. It's showtime, baby. I head inside. True to what Chip said, the security room is on the right. What I hadn't expected was how big it is. How many guards are in there? Geez, aren't these guys supposed to be guarding this place? Maybe we could forego this entire operation and just steal something now, since everyone's just conveniently in here.
You!
Ah, that familiar annoying voice. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, this must be Luca.
I turn to the source. He inches away from me is Luca.
Oh my god, he's adorable!
Oh my god!
He's just...
Little aminals!
It's just Inspector Zunikata, but a seal.
I love him!
I love it.
He's a leopard seal whose tiring efforts in trying to catch me are displayed. His haphazardly put together outfit. His hat looks like it's about to fall off, and every other button in his shirt is unbuttoned.
It's a potato in a coat.
He's a potato in a coat. He looks like looks like Paul Blart's persona.
Or actually, he has kind of a high voice. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see, what voice do I want to give Luca?
Yeah, do you want Luca?
Do you want to?
I could give it a go.
The two characters talking to each other, so it's up to you.
That's fair enough. You can take Luca.
Let's see. I'll do like the pretty typical, just like gruff inspector voice. Who are you?
Ah, the name's Pingu, sir. I'm a new employee here.
Newt and all that.
A I am sorry for running late. Got stuck in traffic. I rub my neck nervously. It's a simple gesture, but it should be enough to convince Luca that I'm a clumsy, nervous employee.
Pingu. Hey, Sonny, can you bring over the list of guards that are on duty tonight? Here you are, sir.
Cap hands Luca a manila folder. Contains multiple pieces of paper with names, pictures, and information on every single employee here. Typical Luca, going way too far just to catch little old me. Not sure if I should be flattered or a little weirded out by it. His eyes scan each paper meticulously until...
Pingu Delian. Okay, checks out.
Thank you, Chip, for putting me into the system yesterday.
Nice. Now go mingle with the others. We're gonna be holding a quick meeting in a few minutes. We're just waiting on someone.
Meeting? For what? And who are they waiting on? Also astonished he didn't recognize me in my hat.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I slide my way into a crowd of guards, listening to the one's group's conversations and piping up only when they ask me a question. A few minutes later, the door slams open, causing the room to become dead silent.
Oh.
Then in walks a great white shark who is so tall he had to crouch just to fit through the doorway. Around me, I can feel the air change from curiosity to bone chilling.
Oh, you want to voice this guy?
Yeah, I want this guy. Everyone around me is shaking in their boots as the shark makes his way over to Luca, and the two begin discussing something. As they talk, everyone around me starts murmuring, wondering who in the world that shark even is. Taking a closer look at the new mammal in front of me, it seems like he's a cop as well. However, all the years I've had to deal with the cops, I've never seen him before. Is he new? Nah, he can't be. That air he carries. That's not something a newbie would have. There's something about this guy that makes even me a bit uneasy.
Alright, listen up, everyone.
The room becomes silent once more, and all eyes are back on Luca and the mysterious shark next to him.
Today's the first day of Universe 3607 History Exhibit. If you were notified earlier through your emails, we're expecting Orlando Banks and his crew to show up sometime during the coming days. We cannot allow for any of the items to be taken, hence the extra security. And to help make sure the exhibit goes off without a hitch, Assistant Chief Riggs will be assisting with the operation. Riggs?
Assistant Chief, eh? Don't those guys usually just sit behind their desks and claim the hard work of the lower-ranking officers as their own? Interesting. Riggs glares daggers at the sea of officers, all of whom are looking back at him with fear in their eyes. All except me, of course. His eyes land on me. And stay on me. Shiver runs down my spine. So much for staying cool, huh? You. Who are you? His voice is deep, menacing even. Me! Yes, you. I'm looking at you. He stomps over to me. As he makes his way to me, everyone around me makes sure to clear the way for him. Wow, geez, thanks, guys. I'm not actually one of your own, but still, you can at least protect me thinking that I am. When Riggs gets to me, he's towering over me. Now, answer the question. Who are you? Pingu! He narrows his eyes, contemplating. Did this guy see through my disguise? Or is he testing me? I am a newbie, and he's an assistant chief. Maybe this is the sort of thing they do to test the nerves of newbies.
Oh, what do you do?
Oh,
we have choices.
Let's save.
Let's do a quick save. Yes. What will you do?
Obviously not run out of the room.
Yeah.
I think we stay quiet.
Alrighty.
I swallow the words I want to say back down. I can't. Pretty sure this guy's looking for a response, looking for a reason to rile me up. One wrong move and I'll expose myself to everyone. I can't allow that to happen. Can't let the mission fail. I can't jeopardize the others. Hmm? Man, how long is this going to go on for? Can't someone do something already? Luca places a flipper on Riggs, pulling him back.
Riggs, what's your deal? You're scaring Pengu for crying out loud. We have to stop wasting time and get back to the briefing.
Reeks glances between Luca and me, then he sighs. Fine. Reeks and Luca return to the front, but the former's eyes stay on me, making sure to watch my every move.
As I was saying, Riggs will be joining us to help make sure that no one leaves this museum with any of the pieces of art or artifacts.
Good luck with that.
I want you all to monitor the first and second floors, keeping a close eye on everyone you see. Knowing Orlando and his crew, they're no doubt dressed up trying to slip in under our noses.
Oh, the irony.
If anyone gets close to any of the displays, make sure to detain them. What happens if they're a little kid? You can't detain a little kid.
Yeah, plus they don't know any better. They're dumb little kids. They're gonna touch stuff.
You can let the little kids be, just be sure to give their parents an earful. Their kids should know better than to touch the expensive pieces of history that, if damaged in any way, would cost a fortune to fix.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Alright, let's see here.
Luca carefully counts the number of officers that stand before him. Honestly, I didn't think he could count beyond 10. I'm proud of him.
31, 32. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna tell you all to split into 2 groups. Everyone on the left side of the room will patrol the first floor. Then Luca... Oh, that's you. That's you.
And Luca points to me and the others on the right side of the room.
You all will focus on the second floor.
Ah, you're making this too easy for me, Luca. You might as well just hand me the amulet right now. The officers shout their approval, giving Luca a quick salute.
Now, pay off. We have precious pieces of art that need protecting.
Everyone rushes out of the room. I follow. You think that's gonna be enough, huh? That's moronic. Once I reach the door, Rick speaks up, turning his back to me as he stares Luca down. I stop and turn, tuning into their conversation.
What do you mean by that, Riggs?
No matter how many men you bring into these missions, you always manage to fail. You waste not only manpower, but time and money as well. That money can be used for far more effective methods.
Riggs' voice becomes sinister. It sends a shiver down my spine. What kind of methods is he referring to?
I can see why you're still just a mere detective. You'll never rise in the ranks by playing nice, Luca.
Luca's eye twitches. Luca turns towards the plethora of monitors, a look of disdain on his face.
We'll just have to see how things play out tonight.
Yes. Let's.
The corners of Riggs' mouth curl up into a sinister grin. I leave the room before they notice I'm still there. Once I get into the lobby, I hide in a corner where none of the cameras or anyone around can see me.
Oh my god, the art.
Press on the earpiece that's tucked softly in my ear. Oh, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Chip, Veda, Walter.
What's that behind you?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Huh, okay.
Oh, I guess there's a hologram exhibit.
Okay, I was like, is there a ghost behind you?
A ghost?
Is this fucking haunted?
It's spooky, ghosty. Earpiece crackles to life.
What took you so long, Orlando? Oh, damn, she's looking good.
She is. He had a briefing with all the guards on duty tonight. 31 guards in total, and...
Excuse me. And?
We have someone we need to keep an eye out for. Assistant Chief Officer named Riggs. I don't know what it is about that guy, but he gives me bad vibes.
Ooh, for the first time in his life, a little cowboy is scared. That must mean the guy's a real deal, huh?
Wait, I'm not Little Vader!
You're the littlest penguin I've ever seen.
And your makeup skills are pretty mediocre. I mean, do you know how to blend?
Excuse me, mediocre?
Yes, please. Now's not the time.
Oh my god, his disguise. Just a fucking mustache. Some glasses.
Walter cuts right into our argument before I can get heated. His tone is serious and deadpan.
Now, apologize to each other.
What? No way.
Apologize.
Walter's tone is sharp. I'm sorry, Veda.
And I'm sorry, Orlando, that you were born short.
This woman!
Orlando, is it safe to come in? Or whatever, I was doing Lucas' voice. Orlando, is it safe to come in?
I sigh. We're gonna have to save this fight for after the mission. Yes, but just be careful. I'm not sure what this Riggs guy is capable of. I'll be on the second floor patrolling. I'll talk to you all again when I'm in the amulet room.
Got it.
The line goes dead. Popping out from the corner, my eyes land on the stairs leading up the staircase. Well, time to head up and try to act as casually as possible.
Oh, it's a doggy.
I quickly waddled to the second floor.
Oh, we see it. Oh, it's just a holographic doggy.
The puppies! Phoebes!
Yes, let's appreciate some of the art here.
Yeah, hey Devs, if you're in the chat, hand us some of this art. It's really cute.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're tuning in. Hey, if you're in the chat, sound off. The second floor is full of art fanatics, families, parents who are just allowing their kids to run around like this place is a playground. Jeez, it's my playground if anything. But if these kids end up breaking something, it'll cause a scene, and everyone's attention, especially Luca and Riggs, will be on the second floor. I can't have that happening. Plus, I have to lay low for a bit, right? If I immediately go into the room with the amulet, I'm sure someone back in the security room will get suspicious, probably wondering why I beelined there. So I may as well try to play the role I've been assigned until I feel like the time is right to strike. Adjusting my hat and uniform, I exhale and approach a little jellyfish who's leaning way too close to one of the paintings. I put my flipper between the kid and the painting. Hey there, do you mind taking a step back, please?
Why?
Why do kids always ask that? Why this? Why that? I remember doing that when I was younger, and looking back on it, I'm surprised my parents didn't lose their minds. Because the painting is super expensive, and if you don't, you'll damage it. Then your parents are going to have to pay for it, which means no gift for you for the holidays. Immediately, the jellyfish backs away in horror.
No, choo-choo train?
That's exactly what that means. So please, maintain a reasonable distance between yourself and the art if you want your choo-choo train.
Okay.
Little jellyfish leaves, going off in the direction of his parents, but too busy chatting with each other to notice their child has gone missing. The kid rejoins them, they're none the wiser. I can't help but roll my eyes. If you're going to become a parent, you need to act like one. Jeez. Letting out a heavy sigh, I move around the second floor to see what I can do. An hour passes. After talking to some officers about how things are going, and once again reminding guests to stay at least 5 feet away from the pieces, I look at a clock on the wall. Hey, it's been long enough. Opening the door, I slip into the amulet room. Inside, there are a few more animals in here than the other areas of the museum.
Lando, you just entered the amulet room?
Face the door, turning my back to everyone, lowering my voice to a whisper. Yeah, why?
Whatever reason, all the cameras in there are acting strange.
What do you mean?
I'm getting interference. Maybe Luca is onto us. No, he can't be. Why would he? He's never done that before.
Maybe it's Rig's doing. I can hear Walter quietly musing to himself.
Who or whatever might be causing it, I don't have eyes on you. But I still have control over the power to the room. Just let me know when you're ready for me to shut it off, okay?
Okay. Then the communication goes dead. Turning back around, my eyes land on the amulet. There you are. Take a single step forward.
Ooh, who's this person?
Yeah, who's that? I want to see what they look like before we do a voice.
Yeah.
Who was that? Press on the earpiece. Hey, was that one of you?
What are you talking about? None of us said anything. Remember, the last thing that was said to me was me telling you to let me know when to shut off the power to the room. Are you okay, Orlando? Perhaps you had one too many milkshakes before the mission and the sugar's getting to you?
No, I thought I heard something. It's nothing. Forget it, okay?
Okay. Pretty sure it's not nothing, but whatever you say, little cowboy.
I grit my teeth. Shaking my head, I continue my way to the amulet. I stop in my tracks and search around the room for whoever's talking to me. However, everyone around me is occupied with something else, whether it's looking at art or conversing with another person. What in the world is going on?
What is your choice? We say.
Continue with the mission.
Yeah.
Team reassured me it wasn't them. Who in the world is talking to me? As much as I would like to get to the bottom of this, I'm on a mission. I'll dwell on the weird voice later. Taking a deep breath, I take a few steps forward towards the amulet. Nothing. No voice, just the chatter of everyone around me. Thank God. I continue my march towards the amulet. I stop once I'm a few feet away from the display. Can't help but admire its beauty. It's absolutely stunning. The way the rubies, the emeralds on the outer edge of the amulet shine under the museum lights. Its craftsmanship is divine, like it was made, owned by the gods. I can see why it got its name.
Oh, it's the amulet.
Why are you just standing there? Do you know how long I've been waiting for you to come and grab me? The stupid voice pops into my voice once again, but much louder this time. Years I've been waiting. No, centuries, lifetimes! My vision becomes blurred as the voice gets louder and louder. I can feel the pressure inside my head get higher and higher. I feel like my head is going to explode. Ah!
Stop standing there and do something already!
I can feel myself teeter forward towards the amulet's display. No, no, can't be the reason the mission fails. I refuse to be the reason we all go to jail. Planting my feet firmly on the museum floor, I managed to stabilize myself in time, or I can crash right into the display and set off the alarms. However, even though I stopped myself from falling over, I still don't feel alright. My vision is a bit blurry and my head is pounding as if someone had just knocked me out with a bat or something. I look around for a seat so I can gather myself. Placed close by is a high-quality sofa that's made out of the finest leather available.
Oh, that's handy.
Waddling over to the sofa, I take a seat. It's definitely expensive, it sure ain't comfortable. But hey, it'll have to do.
I know, all the artwork that's in the background is really cute.
It is cute. Putting my head in my wings, I sigh. Closing my eyes, I allow myself to relax, taking in the slow but deep breaths, making sure to exhale after a few seconds. As the minutes tick by, I can feel the tension in my head fade away. Feeling comfortable enough, I open my eyes slightly. My vision is back to normal. Jeez, what's going on with me today? This isn't normal, right? Having my entire body give up on me like that, and my senses get dulled like a butter knife. When I saw that black market doctor, he said I was in tip-top shape. That was just a week ago. Did something change? No, it couldn't have. Not that quickly. Sure, space is crazy and things could change in the blink of an eye, but if something was wrong with my body, the doctor would have called it early before it got worse. After all, I paid him good money so he wouldn't lie to me about my health. Right? I shake my head at the silly thought. Yeah, no way a black market doctor would lie to me, especially not after I gave him 2,000 seashells. Looking up, I can't help but groan when my eyes land on the amulet that's sitting only 10 feet away from me. It's right there, mocking me. It's mocking me and my frail, aging penguin body. Well, no more! Jumping up to my feet, I stand up, determined. I will get that stupid, beautiful-looking amulet. I'll sell it on the market for millions of shells, and the crew will live like royalty for the next few weeks until our next heist. Because who am I? I'm Orlando Banks, gosh darn it, and I won't let anything, not even my own stupid body, stop me from taking that amulet. With a fire ignited inside of me, I marched forward towards the amulet. As I get within reach, I press down the button on my earpiece. Walter, Vader, can move into the amulet room. The earpiece makes a crackling sound.
Okay, we're on our way. We'll let you know when we're outside the room.
I can hear Walter and Vader exchange a few words. Maybe it's about the painting that Walter wants, before she hangs up. Jip, when I say showtime, shut down the power.
Why that phrase?
Because it's cool.
But no one's gonna see you steal the amulet, so what kind of show are you gonna be putting on with no audience?
Because it's cool unless you have something else.
Showtime is fine.
Glad we can agree on that. I hear Chip sigh before cutting off the line. Look around. The room is full of art enthusiasts who are talking amongst themselves. But also in the room is one god, an octopus to be exact. They're carefully watching over everyone, much like a hawk carefully scanning the field for its prey. So while I may not have to worry about the cameras in this room, I do have to worry about the watchful eyes of the god. If I just stand idly by not doing anything, I doubt they'll snitch on me to Luca or Riggs.
Oh my word. Oh, it's a
They are feeble
blobfish!
too far away from me. Turning my attention towards the voice, I see an elderly blobfish who is dressed in a tins with a fur coat and a fancy hat to boot.
Okay, I gotta do
Oh, beautiful! Honestly, a little overkill even for a museum. Dropped right in front of her is a red leather purse. It's got it all around her is a sea of items that must have fallen out of her purse. But what catches my eye is the diamond necklace she's dropped on the floor.
Oh no.
The old lady looks around helplessly with tears in her eyes. She slowly, I mean slowly, tries to pick up the pack of watermelon-flavored gum that fell out of her purse.
Oh, I have that.
This is a golden opportunity if I've ever seen one. Assist a helpless old lady and steal her diamond necklace. I'll not only look the part of a god, but I'll get a little something out of it too. A win-win situation, if you ask me. I can see no way this can go wrong. Take a step toward her.
Preposterous! That's not what Ross Roberts to the sky means at all!
So I take a step forward towards her. I'm stopped by a ferocious yell from behind me.
Oh.
Look over my shoulder to see two tigers arguing with each other in front of a painting. What do you mean? It's obvious that the painting is a giant metaphor for ascending to heaven. It doesn't make sense any other way. Are you not educated? How did you even pass the kindergarten, Wilson?
Not educated, how dare you! I have a degree in fine arts. I know what I'm talking about, Richard.
Oh, and where did you get that degree? From the prestigious online institute Frau Universitar, where you need to only pay 1,000 she-shells to get your degree? Oh god, two art snobs are really going at it. For what, over a painting? Yikes. Look up at the other guard who's now looking at me. Look at the old lady, then at the two tigers, back at me, as if asking who I want to handle. Which situation do I want to handle? Should I help the old blobfish try to steal the necklace? Put up an end to that stupid argument with the two tigers.
Oh.
So, hard call out. If we go for the necklace, that's risking blowing our cover early.
Okay.
I think we have our big score. We don't need to go for any extra. We should deal with the tigers.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to voice them more, because they are fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good. For a moment, I stare at the old lady, slowly picking up all the items that have fallen out of her purse. The back of the diamond necklace only a few inches away from her.
Oh gosh, there's just so many things to pick up.
Hey, you notice the price tag still on that coat?
Yeah.
Oh, this lady is fake as fuck.
It would be great if someone lent me a hand.
She's looking around the room anxiously, and when no one comes to her, she repeats herself once more, louder this time.
You can see the seams on the mask.
Oh my god!
It's a mask!
I was wondering if that was just shit on my coat or on my screen.
Nope, that's a mask. This is.
Oh my god!
Oh, there's some shady stuff going on. It's not just us. It's a fake.
Is she trying to get someone's attention? Wait. My mind flashes back to the exchange between Riggs and Luca back in the security room.
Ah, it's a plant.
I can see why you're still just a mere detective. You'll never rise in the ranks by playing nice, Luca.
Luca's eye twitches.
We'll just have to see how things play out tonight.
Yes, let's.
As soon as those words left his mouth contorted into a wicked smile. Riggs was anticipating that something would happen tonight. Cautiously, I glance at the old blobfish, and the gears in my mind start turning. There are a lot of things about this situation that aren't adding up. This old lady is so busy asking for help that she's barely put any of her items back into her purse. Normal animal would be more focused on getting their belongings together. And that diamond necklace. Who keeps a diamond necklace inside of a purse? Why not wear it? Because if she was wearing it, I wouldn't bother trying to take it. Too much physical contact is needed. I can't help but smile. You know, Riggs, you almost got me with that one. Too bad you can't outsmart Orlando Banks. There's a reason I've never actually been arrested. Nor even come close to it. However, I slowly turned my head back to the two tigers like I'm a character in a horror movie, looking at whatever horror is behind them and grimace. That means I have to deal with those guys. Well, better than getting arrested. I think. Turning my attention to the octopus, who's now giving me the stink eye, I point to myself, then to the tigers. God nods and begins to make their way to help the blobfish. Meanwhile, I waddle over to the two tigers. Gentlemen, I'm going to need to ask you to use your inner voices. Your shouting match is disturbing the other guests.
Well, thanks for coming, Hades. I give you smooch.
Hello. Enjoy.
Mwah, mwah.
Both men turn towards me, slightly confused that someone would even dare interrupt their oh-so-important discussion. Taller of the two tigers, Richard, I believe his name was, crosses his arms and narrows his eyes at me.
Oh, get a bubble puff.
Puff it.
Puff in your bubble.
Waiting until Hades is gone. Gentlemen, I'm going to need to ask you to use your indoor voices. Your shouting match is disturbing the other guests. Yeah.
Wait, did we already?
Huh?
Weird.
That's weird. Taller of the two tiger. Yeah, we already read these. And who are you? His tone is condescending. Takes every fiber of my being to keep a smile on my face. Bingo! I'm just a god trying to do my job, so if you two don't mind... if you're a god, then perhaps you could throw out my friend here.
Throw me out! You're the one who started this argument by saying "To the Sky" was a piece about someone ascending to heaven, when that is absolutely not the case! It's about reaching for the sky! It's a metaphor to aim high with your aspirations.
Nuh-uh!
Is so!
Oh, now they just sound like 6-year-olds at this point. Is there anything I can do to settle this argument that doesn't involve throwing one of you out? Richard and Wilson contemplate for a second. Honestly, I'm surprised they're capable of thinking.
Bingo, was it?
Pingu.
Bingo, take a look at this painting and tell us what you think of it. What kind of message was the artist trying to convey with this piece? Is it a piece about someone moving into the afterlife? Or is it trying to tell animals to have high goals for themselves?
Am I really going to do this? I guess I have to if I don't want to arouse suspicion. Stepping forward, I take a look at the large painting. Painting seems to be of an orca jumping out of the sea and flying upwards towards the sky, while others look down below in the sea watch, completely enraptured by what they're seeing.
So what do you think? I'm right about it being a religious piece, yeah? After all, that orca is practically flying in the sky, ascending. Super!
Wilson can't help but roll his eyes.
But if he was ascending, would he be jumping out of the water? Your spirit would just pass through everything like it was nothing. Plus, look at the animals below him. They're all watching on in amazement. If the orca had passed on, they would be in mourning, not looking like they're ready to celebrate.
Whatever you say. Bingo! What is your opinion on the piece?
Pingu's nowhere close to bingo. Anyway, I don't know the first thing about art. Should consult someone who does. Thankfully, I know just the guy. Name's Pingu. To answer your question, I'm gonna need some more time to think. Do you mind giving me some room?
Oh, sure.
Go right ahead.
Tiger, step away, leaving me alone with the painting. When the coast is clear, I press down on the earpiece. Walter, you there?
Hey, yeah, what is it?
I need your help with something. Gotta defuse the situation with two idiots arguing over a painting called, look at the plaque. To the sky. Walter's voice spikes in an excited chirp.
Oh, I absolutely adore that one. Definitely one of Ross's best works.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell me about the painting's meaning.
Well, back in a publication in 1916, Ross was asked about the specific painting and its meaning. He said that its meaning is whatever the viewer gives it.
Oh no. That's not helpful at all.
Get my tiny teeth. What's the point of creating something if you can't give it a meaning yourself? That's like leaving a movie open-ended, then a director telling you, well, it's up to your imagination how the story ended. That's lazy.
It's a bit close-minded, don't you think?
Taken aback by Walter's question, you said it so nonchalantly. Huh?
The point of art is being able to come up with your own conclusions based on what's given to you. For movies that have open-ended viewings, viewers are able to draw up what happens after the credits have rolled. Then they can discuss it with their friends. Their friends can then offer their own ideas and say why they came to that conclusion. That's the beauty and fun of movies like that. Same goes for pieces like To the Sky. There have been a lot of different interpretations of that particular painting. Some say it's a religious piece, others say it's a motivational painting. Because everyone gets something different out of it. Allows for conversation to be had. Animals would talk about the painting with others, and that opens their minds to different viewpoints that they wouldn't have considered otherwise.
Walter's great.
I love Walter.
I love that he'll talk your ear off about art,
that,
but is otherwise very, very chill.
Dude, Spectrum. I feel this guy so hard.
That's the beauty of creations like To the Sky, and why it's one of my favorites from Robert Ross.
That was really profound. Not surprising, considering it came from Walter.
Orlando, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Good. Well, I hope that helps.
Sort of. Does that mean I have to tell the other guys what I think of his painting? And you know I'm not artistically inclined.
Would you like me to tell you my interpretation of the painting?
I looked to the sky. You know what? Painting's up to the viewer's interpretation. That means anyone's opinion is valid as long as it makes sense. So, even someone like me who knows nothing about art should be able to have a valid opinion of the piece. Who knows? Maybe what I think will blow these tigers' minds. You know what? Now, I think I got this. Walter's silent.
You sure?
Confident.
Okay. Let me know how it goes.
God, Walter's super stoked that Orlando's going to develop art opinions.
Yeah.
I turn around and face the two tigers. You two! I'm ready to give you my answer.
Excellent.
Finally!
Two rush over, eager to hear my answer.
So, what's your answer?
Well, I look at the painting. The two lean in close, anticipating my answer. To me, it looks like the orc is just jumping out of the water. I love him. Mm. They're completely dumbfounded. I think it's literally what's in front of you. Orca jumping out of the water. I don't think there's any profound meaning behind the piece.
What about the title?
Oh, right. Called to the sky. It would be called that because the orca's jumping so high, it looks like they're flying. Maybe they wanted to see if they could beat a personal record or something. They were so determined to beat it, they soared into the sky.
That's
Completely ridiculous.
Huh?
How can you come to such a ridiculous conclusion? Do you even like art?
I think that's neat.
me. That's not good enough. How can you work here and not have a profound love for art?
That's not one of the job requirements. I'm not an art curator or professor or Walter.
That's outrageous! How could that not be a requirement? And here I thought Nitro Museum had high standards.
Oh, they definitely care. I mean, they have over 10 HD cameras installed in this stinking place. That's going far and beyond the Call of Duty. Every other place is like 5 cameras masks that are super pixelated and constantly breaking. I assure you that this establishment has high standards. Richard looks me up and down, disgusted.
Clearly not.
Richard walks around me and goes straight for the door.
Come on, Wilson, we're leaving. I can't stand to be in the presence of someone so unintelligent.
Oh good, they're bonding over their mutual hatred of me.
Is that actually true, Bon Bon? That's...
There's no way! I'm looking this up.
Alright.
Picasso gun.
Yeah, we'll just go to the metro down the road. They have much more refined, inventive art down there anyway.
Picasso adopted a similar practice, carrying a Browning revolver that was actually once owned by Jerry. Jari? Filled with blanks, the gun would be discharged at anyone Picasso found at all, including but not limited to those who questioned the meaning of his paintings or insulted Paul Cézanne, his artistic mentor.
That's really funny.
No, it's fucking real. He discouraging anyone questioning the meaning of his works. He just had a fucking gun.
Like, it was blanks. It was just meant to scare people.
What do you think it's about?
Pulls out a gun.
Oh god! Soon, Wilson, the guy who was just arguing with Richard mere moments ago, joins by his side as if their disagreement had never even happened. Two of them leave the room.
I guess their hate for you has brought them together.
Situation diffused?
I got an achievement for that.
As I look over, I can see that the old lady is gone, and so is the octopus. Wonder if they went to go report to Riggs. That works for me. Then watching me, continue with the mission.
Orlando, Walter, and I are outside the room.
Alright, get ready, you two. Chip, it's showtime. Quickly, the room becomes engulfed in darkness. Everyone in the room gasps. Quickly, the room becomes engulfed in darkness. Panicking about what might be happening. Sorry.
It's okay.
No worries, everyone. Seems that the power went down in this room. For the safety of you all in the art, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the room. Please follow my light if you need assistance getting out. Grabbing a flashlight out of my pocket, raise it upwards and turn it on. Some of the once alarmed guests, young and old, gather towards me like I'm a beacon of hope. Majority of them are able to get out on their own, but those who are stuck to me stay close. The image of my parents hugging me and my then newborn brother pops into my head. During an especially cold night on Pluto, we were huddled together near the fireplace. It was nice. At least I remember feeling all warm and fuzzy back then, but looking at it back on it now, it just makes me feel icky. Alright, this way. Eventually, I'm able to guide the rest of the guests out of the room. A few seconds later, Walter and Veda slip in. Walter holds out his paw. Belt. Veda looks down at the belt that's hanging around her coat. She grimaces and sighs, then, after saying a few parting words to the fashion accessory, she unwraps it from her waist and hands it to Walter. Walter tightly wraps the belt around the long, pristine gold door handles. He tests it out, pulling on the door. There's only an inch, a bit of light from the room on the other side poking through the crack. There's a little give, it'll buy us some time to get the amulet. Just as we're about to make our way to the item we flew all this way for, an agitated voice from the other side of the door stops us in our tracks.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Inspecting! Veda raises an eyebrow.
You really couldn't come up with a better excuse than that.
Nope.
Open the door right now!
Sorry, no can do. Got a lot of inspecting to do. The others walk away from the door, leaving the frustrated officer on the other side to his own devices.
Chip, how long do we have? Let's see. EDA, 6 to 7 minutes. Seems like that officer outside the amulet room is radioing someone.
Maybe someone who can bust down the door.
Ooh,
Veda presses a button on her sunglasses.
fancy spy glasses.
What are you doing, Veda?
These sunglasses tell me how thick the glass is. And according to this, it says the glass is 5 millimeters thick.
I whistle. Ah, they really want us to work for this one, huh?
Yep. These museum curators really don't play around.
Roll up my sleeves. Well, let's show these guys why we're the best thieves in space, yeah? Veda smirks.
Yeah.
Veda pulls out a laser glass cutter from her coat pocket and hands it to me.
Oh, yeah. Now, don't screw this up, okay? I'd hate to have to actually buy you milkshakes.
I can't help but smile at her comment. She and Walter stand close to me, watching the door. I turn on the glass cutter and begin carefully carving through the glass casing. As the minutes tick by, a commotion begins outside. A mixture of confusion and anger, but all the words, the voices that are outside, just white noise to me. Right now, I'm focused on cutting a hole through this case, getting this amulet out. I'm about 80% done. Just a couple more minutes and we'll have the amulet.
What do you mean he's locked himself inside? Aw, our buddy Luca's outside.
Luca tries to pull on the door, but it doesn't give. Tries again, but it gets the same result. That's when he starts pounding on the door like a deranged seal.
Orlando! He's busy right now, Luca. Oh, he's busy right now, Luca. You can talk to him later. Though, when we're leaving with the amulet. Ah!
Luca lets out a loud scream.
I'm gonna hide, wait.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hi, Dwight. There we go.
Ah, music to my ears.
I'll get in there and arrest all of you.
I like to see you try, Luca. Silence.
Uh-oh.
Did I finally shut him up? What in the world?
Guys, someone's trying to break down the door. Luca? No, not Luca, it's a shark.
Riggs.
The guy you warned us about earlier.
I nod my head. The room shakes as another loud thud comes through the door.
What are you doing, Riggs? You're gonna break down the door. Do you know how much it's gonna cost to get repaired?
From the other side of the door, we can hear Luca yelling at the top of his lungs at Riggs. Usually he only yells at us.
Do you have another idea, detective?
Luca doesn't reply.
Yeah, that's what I thought. God, you're absolutely useless!
Riggs let his frustrations out on the door. I can see the belt start to tear apart. Looks like it's going to give way any minute now. Walter gets into a fighting stance. He furrows his brow.
How about you go stand by the entrance and let me and these guys handle Orlando and his crew, okay?
Riggs, you don't know what this Orlando and his crew are capable of.
I don't need you! Now go! Now the rest of you, are you all just gonna stand there and be useless, or are you going to help me?
Riggs yells out. There's a tense moment of silence, and loud slamming continues.
Orlando, hurry up. We don't have much time left.
I'm working on it. I'm almost done. I just need one more minute. Just need to round out this final arc and then... Yes, finally! I'm finally going to be free of this prison! I let go of the glass cutter and my hands shoot up to grab hold of my head.
No, What are you doing?
My vision is getting hazy. My mouth is getting watery. I'm getting nauseous. Walter and Vega look over their shoulders, concern painted on both their faces.
Orlando!
She looks at Walter, then at the door, then at me, and finally back at Walter. Polderbear gives her a nod. She rushes over to me and puts a comforting hand on my shoulder.
What in the heck is going on? You can't be slipping up now, Orlando. We're about to be surrounded.
My head! It feels like it's going to explode!
What?
There's this stupid voice in my head that keeps giving me these agonizing headaches! They just happen randomly and the pain just keeps getting worse! Pain. Headaches. I can hear the voice sigh. I forgot about that part. Forgot about that part. What in the world is this voice going on about? I'll be quiet for now, my friend. I'm sorry. Just shut up already! Okay, jeez. And with that, the voice disappears. So do the effects. I feel fine. Normal.
Hey, Orlando, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, now get back to what you were doing, because we don't have much.
She's cut off by the sound of the belt snapping and the door crashing to the ground. You turn and see Riggs on top of it. He stands up and glares daggers at all three of us. Behind him is a small group of guards. Vader hurriedly grabs the glass cutter and shoves it into my hands.
Get that dang amulet! Walter and I will take care of the gods. Guys, are you okay? Do you need me to come in? I just saw them break down the door. On one of the cameras outside the room.
No, we're good, Chip. Just stay on the ship, all right, buddy?
Okay.
I jump back to cutting through the glass. Just keep them distracted for a minute, you two. Then we'll make our escape. Veda pulls out her ray gun from her holster, hidden underneath
Holy
her
shit,
coat.
she's loaded. She's packing heat.
Veda, you're packing heat?
Okay, we can do a minute.
If you even last that long, punk.
Oh, trust us, we will.
Cocky. Mm. We'll see if you're that confident when you're in handcuffs.
Briggs' eyes glance over at Walter, then at Veda. He smirks.
Men, handle Walter. I'll handle the chatty one, since she's so confident in herself.
What? How's that a fair fight? He's over a foot taller than her! Veda's grip on her gun tightens.
Roger!
Roger! Walter tries to step forward towards Vega to protect her, but he's immediately surrounded by guards.
Shoot.
Without skipping a beat, the guards begin to jump on him one by one. Walter throws one guard into a statue, breaking it, probably him, to a bunch of pieces. Then he turns his attention to another guard who tries to hit him with his baton. He's able to grab it.
Ah!
Walter takes the baton from the guard and swings his other open hand, the palm heel of it, to the guard's chin, knocking him clean out.
Fuck him up, Walter.
His body makes a hard thud on the cold museum floor.
Maybe you should help your men out.
You love to talk, don't you?
Briggs takes a step toward Vega and she backs up.
What can I say? I learned from the best.
She glares at me.
You and him need to learn when to keep your mouths shut.
Briggs charges full speed at Veda. Veda!
I got this.
Veda raises her gun, aiming at Riggs. She shoots. Tiny green laser hits Riggs right in his left shoulder. However, that doesn't seem to faze him. He continues his approach towards her.
Fuck.
Veda narrows her eyes.
You can take a punch, huh?
When you're a cop, you need to learn how to take a beating. Especially in a world where it's kill or be killed.
Backing up, Veda fires a couple more shots, this time towards Riggs' forearms and legs. As if he sensed those shots coming from a mile away, he dodges them in the nick of time.
You're a bigger thorn in my side than Orlando is.
Veda aims for his head.
But I'll make sure you won't dodge this time.
Riggs knocks the gun out of her hand, skirts across the floor and bumps into one of the many displays in the room. With her back to the wall, Veda raises her arms and makes tiny fists with her hands. I know she has other gadgets stowed away somewhere, but those things are all one-time use. She needs them for when we escape.
Orlando, hurry up!
Right! Turn my full attention back to the amulet's casing. Come on, come on! Need to help Veda. She's in danger! Finally, I finish the arc and connect it to the top of the circle. The circle's complete. The giant piece of glass falls unceremoniously to the ground, making a loud thud when it makes contact with the marble flooring. I stare at the amulet. There it is. It's finally within reach. This stupid thing has been giving me a headache all day today, and now I have it. I grab it off the display and shove it into my pocket. All right, I got it. When I turn to look at Veda, Riggs is holding her up in the air by her coat. My eyes widen in horror. There's a trickle of blood coming from Veda's mouth. She tried to put up a fight, but judging from the lack of injuries on Riggs' body, looks like anything she tried to do had no effect.
You honestly thought you could fight me, Veda? That's cute.
Veda claws his arms, hoping that her nails dig deep into his gray skin, cause some ounce of pain. But again, nothing. Is this guy even real? I pull out my own gun. Okay, think, Orlando. Can't dodge unless he wants to drop Veda, and he has no intention of doing that. So you have a clear shot, but where do you aim? Nothing with muscle. Veda nicked him on the shoulder and nothing happened. You should aim for a weak spot. A spot that would actually hurt him. Without really thinking, my gun moves to his head. But a quote from my father rings in my head. You were listening to a story on the radio about a murder of 2 young teens and an adult. When the story ended, my father told me this. Orlando, there's nothing worse than a murderer. I lower my gun away from his head. Not there or anywhere else, then where? Where, Orlando? What's a weak point that would immobilize him? Make him drop Veda. I got it. I point my gun straight at his elbow, his tendon. I hit it perfect. If I hit it perfectly, his arm is good as done. As Riggs cocks up a punch, ready to knock Veda out, I steady my breathing. I put my flipper on the trigger. And then shoot. Green laser travels straight to its target and strikes Riggs right in his elbow. Riggs releases Veda from his grasp and cries out in agony, holding his arm with his free hand. Veda lands on her bum. She scurries away from Riggs and grabs her gun, a mixture of confusion and relief painted on her face.
Who?
Riggs glares at me.
You!
I wave. Hi.
You piece of trash!
Riggs stands up, ready to charge at me despite being down an arm.
You really think you've bested me?
Yes, because... I point to the animal behind him. Riggs turns around.
Yeah!
Face to face with Walter.
Oh shit.
Walter glances over at Veda, who's wiping the blood off her bottom lip. Walter's eyes narrow at Riggs.
You don't hurt my friends.
His voice is cold, and his eyes are dark, the intent behind them unclear. 2 years ago, when I first saw the look on Walter's face in that bar, I was frozen in fear. I was absolutely petrified for the guy who had to stare into his eyes that night. I remember asking myself one question in that moment. Was I going to see what I thought was an innocent-looking polar bear murder a man with his bare hands?
Now, sleep.
Walter karate chops Riggs right in the neck with his left hand, so Riggs isn't able to defend himself. Riggs' eyes roll to the back of his head and he falls to the ground, meeting the same fate as the guards, the guy from the bar 2 years ago. We all gather around Riggs, who's breathing softly.
What a real piece of work that guy is.
Yeah.
Did you get the ammo to Orlando?
I take it out of my pocket and dangle it for both Walter and Vader to see. Walter softly smiles while Vader claps excitedly.
Cool, me getting beaten up wasn't for nothing.
Vader's eyes widen a bit as if coming to a realization. His expression softens and she looks me right in the eyes.
Oh, by the way, Orlando.
Vader smiles.
Thanks for saving me back there.
I return one in kind. Hey, that's what teammates are for, right? Vader nods. I look at Riggs and the pile of unconscious guards that Walter laid out. We should get out of here before any of them wake up.
Yeah, I don't want to fight this dude again.
Vader looks down at Riggs in disgust. I press down on my earpiece. Chip,
Oh, thank God! You guys are still alive!
why do you sound so shocked?
I just wasn't sure because of the shark who broke down the door. Seemed pretty scary. Well, Walter took care of him for now. That's good.
Anyway, we need intel. How's the museum looking? What are we dealing with? What's our exit route?
Let's see. All exits are blocked, so you're gonna have to fight your way out no matter what.
No surprise there. I could let us walk out scot-free.
Unless you want to jump out of a window from the second floor.
Walter deflates.
No.
No, you need to get that painted for Walter, remember? Walter picks right back up.
That's located near the entrance, right? You're going to want to make your way down the stairs, nab the painting, and make your way out through the entrance. When you leave the amulet room, there's going to be 2 guards waiting near the staircase. There are 15 guards scattered around the lobby, so be prepared.
Where's Luca in all of this?
Luca's waiting by the entrance. And he looks really angry. More angry than usual.
I mean, Riggs did call him useless earlier. My ego would be pretty hurt if someone said that to me.
So just...
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. So just be on your toes.
We always are, Chip. Just be ready to pick us up in the parking lot in 5, okay?
Roger that. 5 minutes. Do you honestly think we can get that painting and get out in 5 minutes?
What, you don't believe in miracles, Vader?
I just don't believe in your type of miracles, Orlando.
Well, you better start, because we're going! I rush out of the room.
Hey, wait! Orlando, you're an idiot!
Vader and Walter follow closely behind. When we ran out of the adjacent room, my vision adjusts to the bright light. As it does, I can see 2 blobs, which then morph into cops.
It's Orlando and his pals! Radio the yells and tell them they're making their way down the 2nd floor staircase.
As they sprint towards us, one of them pulls out their radio. All officers!
Oh, no, you don't.
Vader aims her gun and shoots the radio out of the cop's hand. Oh no!
Is that Petunia?
Yep.
Officer Petunia, come in! What were you trying to say?
Lucas' distorted voice comes in on the other officer's radio. Nick, use your radio!
Right! Inspector Luca! What Officer Petunia was trying to say was...
Walter stops both guards in their tracks. Walter towers over them. He could crush them like grapes if he wanted to.
You 2 playing jokes on me?
I want my painting.
Oh, shit.
He offers the first guard an open paw.
Give me the radio.
His voice is that dark tone it did earlier when talking to Riggs.
Holy shit. Of course, anything you want, sir, just don't hurt me.
He hands Walter the radio. Thank you. Walter throws the radio on the ground with tremendous force. It breaks into a million pieces. Have a good day. I love him.
Yes.
With all that, all three of us head down the stairs, leaving those two traumatized guards on the second floor. Okay, we got... Look at one of the clocks on the wall. 3 minutes. Where's the painting, guys? Over here. Walter takes charge and leads us to where the painting is. Just like Chip told us, the entrance area has a must police presence.
There they are! They're going into the east wing!
How long? Excuse me. How long is this going to take, Walter? Not long at all. All I have to do is this. As Walter gets close to the painting, alarms sound throughout the room, alerting everyone to our location. Probably should have told Chip to turn off the alarms in this room, huh?
Not like it was going to make a difference, right? They already saw us run in here.
True. Walter carefully grabs the sides of the painting and lifts it up off the hooks. And there. Huh. Shouldn't that be more secure? Walter chuckles. You're complaining about security, Orlando? I'm just saying, seems like a huge slip up on the museum's part. Walter shrugs. He safely tucks the painting under his arm. No. Walter looks around the room. There are guards everywhere. We're surrounded. The room that leads straight to the entrance is blocked off by 8 guards. The entrance that leads to the next room is closed off by 7 guards, and honestly, it makes sense to go further into the museum. Plus, I really want to make it out of here in the allotted time, which... I look at the clock. It's conveniently placed to the right of me. We have a minute until Chip gets to the parking lot. What's the plan, Orlando? I'm thinking...
There's no escaping you three!
Luca makes his way to the front of the guards.
I had a feeling you would outbest Riggs.
You didn't have faith in your superior, Luca. That's harsh.
If you knew him as long as I have, Orlando, you would only understand why I feel that way about it. Now, men, arrest these fools so we can all go home. Right.
They're closing in on us. There's no way we'll be able to take on this many guards. It's impossible. Not even Walter could take on this many guards. Take on 6 max. The only way we can get out of this is by running away, but how?
Orlando.
Oh, I think I know how we're gonna get out of this.
Oh? Orlando,
Gentlemen,
yeah. Orlando,
I may not have a brain, but I do have an idea.
Orlando did say that Veda has a lot of nifty gadgets.
Backs up into me and nudges something into my side. I look down and see 2 objects. Grappling gun. Shoots a small but strong hook, and when the hook hatches into something, get a powerful motorized pulley that pulls the user to wherever it latched onto.
Hell yeah.
She then shows me tiny bombs. Actually, flash bombs. Great for buying time without doing too much damage.
Oh, do we get to choose?
Use the grappling gun to get out of here. Give the bombs to Walter.
Ah.
He's limited in what he can do with that painting in his possession.
What about you?
I wink at her. I'll figure it out. Veda rolls her eyes. When I say go, use your stuff, okay? She nods. She takes out the gun, but keeps it behind her back so none of the guards or Lucas see. She slowly makes her way to Walter, tells about the bombs and the plan. He nods, taking them in his hand. I mouth the word ready to the others. They nod. I look at our foes in front of us. You know, Luca, I really like you, at least compared to Riggs.
Are you really trying to flatter me now, Orlando? Right when I'm about to arrest you? Well, it's not hard for me to be more likable than Riggs. Most people don't like him. They're just too scared to admit it.
I wonder why. Well, hate to break it to you, my friend, but today is just not your day. It's time for us to go.
What?
My command, Vader aims the grapple hook for the corner of the room where no one is. Meanwhile, Walter throws the 3 flash bombs throughout the room, one near him to blind the guards close to him, and in the middle, on the far right of the room. What are those? Flashing bright lights flicker the room like we're in a rave. Guards and Luca cover their eyes. Walter pushes the dazed guards aside and begins making his way through the room with ease. The guards cry out in pain as they fall to the ground. Walter makes it out of the room. Vader, meanwhile, soars through the sky like an angel. Once she reaches the corner of the room, she drops down and exits, turning right towards the museum's entrance. Sorry, Luca. Gotta catch up with my crew. You know how it is. Backing up a couple of steps, I dash forward, slide into Luca, a few other guards.
Orlando!
I could hear Luca cry out as I escape out of the room victorious. So that wasn't how I thought it was gonna go.
Oh, okay.
What I would, if I were Luca in that position, I'd be like, "Psst, hey, Amulet, talk to these guys."
Ooh, interesting.
Alright, continue.
Yeah, mhm. How'd you get out of there in one piece?
Vader asks me as we run out into the snowy planet that is Trion XY7N. I can see Vader's breath as she inhales and exhales. I grin. Good old baseball slide.
Of course.
As police cars hover over towards us, begin littering the parking lot, I can see our ship making its way down onto the ground. Right on time, Chip! Hatch opens and we kick in our pace.
Freeze!
We hear a cop command over an intercom. I look over my shoulder. You honestly think we're gonna do that when we're this close to getting away? Jeez, you cops are dumber than I thought you were. Three of us manage to get on board right as they start firing at us. Chip, get us out of here!
You don't need to tell you don't need to tell me that.
Chip taps a few buttons out again, I don't know what the purpose of, and we're off the ground. Then he pushes forward on the throttle and we're going at full speed. Walter, Vader, and I launch forward, nearly hitting the dashboard. Oh God!
Ah! Sorry, they have a lot of cops here, so I really need to pick up the speed and get out of this galaxy. Well, warn us next time, please.
Three of us crawl back to our seats, bodies in pain from getting thrown around like that, and buckle in our seatbelts. Walter inspects the painting he's been holding onto for dear life, looking for any signs of damage. He breathes a sigh of relief. It's okay.
Are you ready to jump?
I'm glad you asked this time, Chip.
I said sorry, but are we ready, or do you want to keep focusing on my past mistakes and let us get shot down by the cops?
Sorry, yes, we're ready.
Okay.
Chip hits a few buttons overhead and grabs another one of the throttles. Pushes it forward.
Galaxy Odysseus, here we come.
Suddenly, the environment around us warps and rainbow lights surround us. The feeling of going to a new galaxy is strange. After all the times we've done this, my body still never get used to this feeling. It's like I'm getting stretched in all different directions. Everything about the experience, though it only lasts a few seconds, is overwhelming. I still remember when I first did this. I threw up, sick for a week straight. Veda was the same way. Walter was only sick for a few days. Says meditating during this process helps his mind center itself. I tried meditating. I didn't get it. Then, space, and everything about it appears. Its wonderful stars, coupled planets, even a nebula, they all appear right before my very eyes. I let out a breath that I couldn't let out earlier in that transition.
Alright. Looks like we're good.
Chip hits the autopilot button. Button I know. He unbuckles his seatbelt and turns around in his seat.
So, let's see that amulet.
I take it out of my pocket and show it to Chip. He whistles.
I can't whistle, sadly. It's even prettier in person. How much do you think it's worth? It better be worth a lot, considering I got punched in the stomach for it. What?
Chip rushes over to Veda.
Do you need anything? I'll probably need a checkup to see if Riggs did any internal damage. I did cough up a bit of blood, but when I was moving around earlier, I didn't feel any sharp pain, so it's probably something super minor. Okay, we can do that later if you want. I can even make you a quick meal afterward. I don't know. I know I'm not the best cook compared to Walter, but
Veda lays her hand on Chip's. She smiles softly at him.
oh, take care, Pon Pon. I
Take
feel like the game's
care.
about to wrap up anyway.
Yeah.
Your sandwiches are to die for, Chip. And I could go for an avocado sandwich.
Embarrassed, Chip yanks his hand back and looks down at the ground.
Of course! Maybe paired with one of Walter's teas. I really like the ginger tea he has.
Chip looks at Walter. Walter nods.
Sure thing, Veda. Fantastic.
Where's my meal? Chip's cheeks turn a deep shade of red.
Oh, I can cook something for you as well. But Veda's hurt. I just wanted to make sure she was taken care of first. Aw. Chip's sweet.
I can't help but roll my eyes. Most I've ever gotten when I was sick was canned soup. I unbuckled my seatbelt and hop off my seat. I put on the amulet.
I'm sure you want to do that, buddy? Considering it talks to you?
How do I look, everyone? I pose much like how Veda would in one of her dresses.
You just lowered the value of the amulet significantly.
Huh? I tap on the big gem in the middle of the amulet. If anything, this thing's value just skyrocketed because of me. White light engulfs the ship. What the? Finally! Do you know how long I've been waiting for you to do that? Like an hour! Or at least it felt like an hour when you've trapped in an amulet for thousands of years. You honestly lose your sense of time. Hey, wait, it's the voice.
Oh, what were you
I
gonna
want to
say?
see what this guy. Huh?
What'd you saying?
Oh, it's the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who in the world is that?
Wait, you can hear the voice. So it wasn't in my head. Light in the room clears, and standing in front of us is
Snake.
a giant serpent wearing a giant golden headpiece.
What in the world? Did that serpent just come from the amulet?
Yes, it did. And I must thank you, Chosen One.
I guess it's Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I see a lot of green.
No, it's okay.
He motions towards me.
For finally releasing me.
Well,
God, I can thank you for giving us this game to play. I hope I'm doing your guy justice. Me, the chosen one.
Now, if you're all as smart as I think you are, I suggest not selling the amulet, for I have a grand adventure lying in wait for you.
ah, there we go. That's the ending,
Ah,
or that's
fantastic.
a ending.
Thank you, John Madrak.
Yeah.
Who's the one that reached out to you?
Specifically, what was their name? Specifically, the person who reached out to me was someone named Courtney,
Courtney.
their director of operations.
Ah, director of operations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Courtney Gamash Owen, for giving us a copy of the game to play for you. I hope you liked our voices. I struggled a little bit with Orlando.
I feel like you
But
came
it was
into
pretty fun. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. It was a very fun ride.
Yeah. What a nice hook to end on too.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this was Slippery Flippers by who are the devs again? Could you pull up their names?
Yeah. Snowhaven Studios. Apparently they
Snow-
have like, yeah.
Yeah, Snowhaven Studios.
This,
So go ahead and check
Mhm.
them out if you want to see any more of their work.
Yeah, they seem to specialize in a lot of cute visual novels like this, furry or otherwise. Oh, hey, Sergeant Blano. Yes, this is. I have gone even further beyond. Sadly, you caught us just as we were about to wrap up. But yeah, that was a nice little jaunt. It was super charming. Art
Yeah,
is
while we
super
were playing, I
cute.
took a peek at a couple. They put out a few games that look pretty interesting. I recommend you check those out. You know, these people seem pretty cool.
Mhm.
This is my first game of theirs that I've played. Gonna be looking forward to episode 2 when it comes out.
Mhm. And there are multiple endings from what I've been told.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, because there's like different choices you can make.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what would happen if you took the blobfish bait.
Oh yeah. We could maybe like dip it. We could probably look at that later. Yeah, this is Slippery Flippers by Snowhaven Studios. I think we're good to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Let's
Mhm.
find somebody to raid.
Yeah, let's find somebody to raid. Also, this game is on Steam for like $3.50 if you want to support the
It's
devs.
on sale, baby.
Yeah, buy this game. Keep an eye out for episode 2.
Oh, my friend Poppy Peepo is streaming.
Yeah, let's raid them.
Poppy Peepo. Poppy Peepo
We're
Rosie.
gonna leave you with Poppy People Poppo.
Poppy Poppy Peepo.
People.
They're actually playing Tunic, which is a really good
Yeah.
game. You should play it.
Yeah, we'll see you all later.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Give us 1 second. And raiding.